It is time once again for another vlog for the Southern 500 Race Week. It is Tuesday afternoon this time. NASCAR Fan 97, as you know, back with you. And hooray, we actually have some things to talk about today, so I don't have to make something up. Okay, let's get right to the news and notes. Last night, I was looking on the NASCAR Twitter of Bob Pockrass, who is a insider for Fox Sports. And he retweeted a post from the official Darlington Raceway Twitter handle talking about staggered entry times for Darlington Raceway and the Southern 500. They're going to be doing it based on grandstands. First, at 3 o'clock that Sunday, will be the Tyler Tower admission and the suite areas. I will be in the Tyler Tower area. That's on the front stretch, so if I get there at 2:30, I'll be getting in there as one of the first groups. 3:30 is the Pearson Tower entrance, which is, I believe, on turn 4. And then 4 o'clock is basically the rest. It is the Brazington Tower, which is turn 1, the Colvin Grandstand, which is the backstretch, and the Wallace Grandstand, which is the lower part of the front stretch area. The Tyler Tower is the upper area of the front stretch. That's where I usually am every year. Now, Darlington Raceway said in their statement earlier in August that they tried to assign all of the seating areas close to where you originally were for the event this year had COVID not happened. But of course, with social distancing, they got to be sure everybody keeps 6 feet apart and things like that. So it's interesting to know that to keep in line with CDC guidelines, Darlington Raceway will have their staggered entry times. Hopefully I can be able to make it there by 2:30 so I can get in at 3. If not, I'll have to enter in at 4:30 or later. That's when everybody else gets in if they miss their time. So let's hope it all works well. Meanwhile, in terms of the silly season, after the playoffs get started, or before the playoffs get started this week, the regular season ended last week, Aric Almirola apparently is going to get re-signed by Stewart-Haas Racing. How we know that is because of the statement released on Twitter by a sports news company that said Smithfield Foods is going to renew their sponsorship with the Stewart-Haas team, in which all signs point to Aric Almirola returning to the 10 team. So that takes care of that. So that leaves really only one spot for Chase Briscoe to get into the Cup Series next year with Stewart-Haas, and that's if Clint Boyer vacates the 14 for maybe a job at Fox Sports, because that's been up in the air as well. But SHR has released a desire through Greg Zipadelli that they want to keep their lineup intact and try to keep Briscoe in the fold at the same time, even if that means keeping him in Xfinity for another year or putting him in an affiliated car. I'm not sure how that's going to work, because Briscoe's pining to get into the Cup Series next year, but we all know SHR and the drivers currently driving for SHR want to keep the band together. Of course, Harvick, Custer, Almirola, and Boyer. So we'll see what happens there. Also, a couple of minutes ago, I saw some rumors that possibly Germain Racing, the 13 team, might not return next year either. The reason I say that is because GEICO, their main sponsor, is still mulling over their sponsorship plans for 2021. They're still going to be in NASCAR as a premier sponsor, of course, but they are contemplating not returning to Germain in 2021. I'm not sure what exactly the reasoning is. Maybe it's because of the COVID hit on business. Maybe it's because of revenue. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's because the 13 team is a middle-of-the-line team that never really does do anything. Sorry, Ty Dillon fans. Yeah, if GEICO does not re-sign, that really puts the Germain Racing team in a bind, in which Bob Germain, the owner of the team, has been talking about the 2021 status. He says everything is still on the table and up in the air. It really all depends on what GEICO is going to do in terms of sponsorships. If they do not return, that puts them in a sponsorship bind, and he may have to explore selling the team. So, who knows what's going to happen there. If the 13 team does not return and Ty Dillon becomes a free agent, who knows where he's going to go, which really could complicate things for the free agent waters as well. And that's pretty much all I got for the news and notes. My lunch trip today, I went to Chick-fil-A. I got myself 2 Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. Man, are they good, or what? Last night in the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning eliminated the Boston Bruins. Probably Zdeno Chara's final game as a Boston Bruin. The Avalanche kept their season alive against Dallas. Then you got Vegas and the Islanders looking to try to clinch spots in the conference final as well. And yeah, also the trade deadline in the MLB was yesterday. Bunch of good trades, but some teams I'm really puzzled with not making any moves. Braves being one of them. They're supposed to get more pitching arms and they didn't. So that's interesting. But yeah, I'll be keeping up with whatever else is going on with NASCAR news over the next 24 hours. We'll see what I get to do in terms of tomorrow's video. And I plan to do something special on Thursday. I've been mulling around the idea of maybe doing some classic finish reactions or something like that. Maybe pull up a exciting finishes video, react to some finishes and things like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet for Thursday, but I want to do something special for you guys. So, we'll see what happens as we get closer to race day. But for now, I'm going to end this vlog right here. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Can't stress this enough. Wear your masks. And just try to enjoy life while you can. I know these are tough times, but please try to enjoy life as much as you can. This is NASCAR Fan 97 saying so long, see you tomorrow.